All right, I'm loving the work you're doing. This is amazing. Now we have here the limit as x goes to 1 from the left. Remember we said that the side we are coming from is just to make us have either positive infinity or negative infinity. It doesn't really change anything. So here we have x all over x squared minus 1. So let's talk about this one. What is it going to give us? All right, so where are we coming from? The left. In other words, we are coming from less than 1. Something less than 1. Something less than 1, yes. 0.0 something something. Because we're coming from the left of that thing. Like, it's like, 0 is here, right? And we have 1 here. And we're coming from this side of 1, the left. So it is 0.00 something, obviously. So that thing, when you square it, okay, we're coming to 1 from the left. If you square that thing, it's still going to be 0.00 something, okay? Remember, it's no longer a 0 like here. Here, this was approaching 0, which means it was a very, 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 very small number. But this one is just a number which is very, very close to 1, which is for this, it'll be a 0.00009, okay? It will be a 0.999999999999999, okay? All right, so now the thing of it is we have a number which is very, very close to 1, 0.999999999, right? But if we square that number, it doesn't make it any bigger, does it? No. You can try that. Try to say 0.9999999 and say squared. What do you get? You still get 0.9999998, whatever. You see? So the thing of it is we're still going to get a number which is less than 1, okay? Because you can't get a value bigger than 1 from squaring a number which is less than 1, no. So this is going to be a number less than 1, but yet it's very, 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 very close to 1. So when we subtract 1, we'll get a negative answer because this number is smaller and we're subtracting a bigger number, so your answer will be negative. But it will be 0.000000000 because this value is very, very close to 1. So this denominator becomes a 0.000, whilst the top is a 0.9999999, which is very close to a 1. And it's being divided by a 0.0000000 because this x we said it is a 0.99999, which when we squared and subtracted 1, we got a 0.0000000 something. So now when you say 0.00 something, a very, very small number into 0.99999, which is just like a 1, what will you get? But this is negative, right? It's negative into positive, so your answer will be negative. And very, very small into a 1, which is a 0.999, is going to be infinity, okay? So that's what happens. Here we'll be going towards negative infinity. All right, so now that is going to be our solution. And now we're going to part jk. So we're doing k now, which is going to be x squared minus 3x plus 2 all over. So it's the limit as x approaches 2 from the left of x squared minus 3x plus 2 all over x cubed minus 2x squared. So what are we going to do here? Well, and you can ask me, why have we been doing this? What is the difference between limits at infinity, or infinite limits rather? What is the difference between infinite limits and the other ones we're doing? If you look at this question here, can you simplify this? Can you change this fraction in any way? No, you can't factorize and do anything. So there's no way to change it. So we are stuck on this same thing, okay? So because of that, that means we are forced to try and substitute as something very, very close to 1 and see what happens. That is what's happening. We can't change it. For all those other ones where we were able to change something, we did that. So that's what happens. In this situation, we'll be saying, okay, we are approaching 2 from the left. That's why it's 2 minus. Well, for us to see this better, let's try to see if we can factorize, because I'm tempted to see if we can factorize this one. Factors of 2 on our t. This is at 1 and 2. Okay, and now they're giving us a positive answer. So either they'll be both positive or both negative. That's the only way they would multiply to give you a positive answer. So here we can see the middle thing is negative. So here it's negative, negative. Okay, negative and negative together. So are they going to give us negative 3? Yes. So it will be x minus 1 and n x minus 2 together. And it's going to be all over. Here we factor out an x, will remain with an x minus. We factor out an x squared rather, okay? And x squared into x cubed will remain with just an x minus. Here it will be a 2, and the x squared is gone. So that's what happens. And this x minus 2 will cancel with this x minus 2, and you'll end up having, oh, I forgot to put the word limit. Don't do that. You'll be like, oh, clarify. What is that? Clarify. Come on. I'll be like, I'm so sorry, my friends. This is going to be the limit. This is going to be the limit as x approaches 2 from the left. So here, those things will just cancel out. So it's going to be the limit as x approaches 2. From the left, we have x minus 1 all over x squared. All right.